Deftones, Fist, Guitar Tabs, and Guitar Lesson. I'm going to play all the different parts right at the beginning. After that, I'll go back through, give the full explanation for it. Do me a big favor, hit that subscription button. It's the best way to let me know that you like this video and that you want to see more Deftones stuff. And now, let's try it out. Alright, so it kind of seems more like there's two guitars over the top of each other at certain parts here, but we'll try our best here to kind of squash them together. The initial one just kicks off with this kind of muted, subtle, little dissonant thing where we're hitting the 4th fret on the D and an open G under it, and just kind of like palm muting a little bit, just being real subtle with it. And it's almost this this pattern like a 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. All right, so trying to get that vibe with it, like accenting every like third hit, you know. So like something like that type of feel. All right, and it's basically like we do maybe like 4 sets of that, you know. And then we kind of do like a couple, little hesitate, couple, and then a lift off to an open, just D. Something like that. And then basically we just shift over to more of like a C shape here. And so we're hitting the 3 on the A and an open D under it. And it's the same type of picking vibe or strumming vibe. And we strum it out pretty much just the same. And then we just lift off at the end of that to like an open A, like a really quick one. And just repeat that at the very beginning part. And so now probably a second guitar comes over the top of it, and you know the first guitar is doing the same thing, just those 4D open G, switch it to the 3A open D, but the second guitar is just kind of doing some notes, higher notes over the top of it, like it's just kind of doing that same feel, just on like a F sharp note here, so 2 on the E, something like that, and it carries that through that kind of G flat on the D string section, and then it will just lift off for an open E, and does that during kind of the C part of the other guitar. So you can do that, on a separate guitar or whatever. If you just want to switch to that guitar, you could do that there, or you could try to combine them, which it takes a little bit more of just some picking technique, I guess. We're still doing our kind of down strummed right there, but now if you can get either your middle finger or your ring finger on that E string, then you can kind of like go along with it, So we're doing that, and then we just kind of add with like the middle finger here. And then just come off to the C with the open high E. And then we just kind of switch off to a low open E and just keep that 2 on the high E with it. And the kind of big, heavy, overdriven section And this may very well be the bass doing this, but I think it works just as well for like a kind of lower guitar vibe, like a compound power chorded guitar. And basically just kind of hitting a C bass or power chord, and then maybe throw in the extra low octave G there on the 3 of the E. So we got like the 3E, 3A, and then the 5 on the D and G here. And it's just kind of strumming that out the same way, but you know, with like some distortion on it. All right, and it strums that out, and like just the last couple, you know, strums on it, the last beat or so, we just kind of come over and hit this 5 on the A, so it's almost like we're just making a G power chord now, just to make sure we get that, you know, that D note in there. All right, so we go through it more or less twice like that. And the first time we do this, we just kind of, at the end of it, come on over, hit it, some E octaves with the low E and the 7 on the A, and just hit that and let it ring. And now the next section, we kind of just keep the same thing going, that dissonant 4 on the D with the open G. All right, to our 3 on the A with the open D. All right, and that stays the same, but that second, quote unquote, second guitar, it just kind of does a little variant here where, you know, instead of coming from the 2s on the high E to the open, it just stays on the 2 throughout, you know, both sections. So it's like, and then we have just a variant of the big distorted section. The initial part still the same, you know, hanging out on that compounded C power chord there at the 3 with the 5s, and then adds that 5 on the A, that D note at the last couple beats. But now when it comes off to that E octave at the 7A and the open E, instead of just hitting it once and let it ring, now it just kind of keeps strumming on that as well. All right, and then it will go back to the initial section, goes through that, and then just at this time, it just comes to that E octave and hits it once. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.